is the reading for water. If you're learning the element of water, you're trying to master emotions, water frequencies of creation and emotional compass or emotional fuel for your manifestations, this is your reading for water. So let's see what's going on with water. What is going on for water? Any more cards? More, two more. The jumper. Okay, water. It's time for you to move. Okay, what is this? In relationship and love. It's time for you to move your body. Okay, you've been lethargic. You have been needing energy. It's because you're not moving. You're being too stagnant. It's time for you to take a trip across water too. You need a vacation. You need a reset. You need to be, if you're not close to a natural body of water, you need to get to one. It's calling you. It's time. So yeah, it's time. So really just get out there, get moving. Let's see what other cards are going on with this. So protection again. And all the elements, we're not feeling very protected right now. Let's see. Okay, so in relationship, you need to move away from anything that's causing you to come into energies of anger, jealousy, retaliation. Anything that's triggering you right now, you need to move away from it, okay? This is where you need a reset. If this is in relationship, if this is with a partner, you just need to take a break. Now, I'm a firm believer that boundaries can actually be really hard, and it's actually really easy to just leave a relationship, but I don't believe that's always the answer, okay? It's actually the easier way out. So you can state a boundary of like, if you continue to treat me this way, I'm going to need a break from you, and then actually follow that up with actions and take the break. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to end the friendship, but you just need to take a break until some respect comes back in and less triggering. And then go sit in reflection. Are you being triggered from something in the past? Is there a trauma loop going on for you that's not even to do with them? It's just a trauma loop from something you experienced, and then let that go. Bring the Holy Spirit in, ask for forgiveness. Surrender the thinking to God, because you're overthinking right now. There's a lot of overthinking, but there's also an intellectual analysis that is grounded in spirit. So just know that there is both, okay? We do need body, mind, heart, and spirit. You do need the mental capacities of things. It's your steering wheel, it's your clarity. It needs to happen. But the water is, the air is stirring up the waters for you. Water. We're in water reading right now. Too much air, okay? Too much overthinking, too much stories. Bring it back to spirit and use it for a proper, empathetic, intelligent analysis, okay? And you're protected. It's a rune of protection right there. You are protected, okay? So just remember that you've been asking for protection. You're obviously going through something that's really stimulating for you and really aggression producing. And you're going to get through this, okay? Let go of some of the stories, bring it back to Creator, know that you're protected, move out of your environment, get near some water, okay? You don't like what's going on. You want it to be different, so you need to trust the mystery. The mystery is guiding you where you're supposed to be, okay? If you need to let people go right now, anyone who's creating this, you know, I just contradicted myself there, but like, let people go even by taking a space, okay? I'm getting that some of these relationships don't need to fully end. If there's abuse involved, done. Soul contract done, get out of there, it's done, okay? Trust the mystery, trust that what's yours will not go past you, trust that you can do it on your own, trust that you can be solo, okay? But if it's just a mild irritation of triggering, go in. Is it your trigger? Are you emotional trauma looping? Or is it someone else's? And that's how you can also know to surrender it. Okay? You also cannot control what's happening. That's probably why you're asking for protection, because you're too attached to an expectation of how you think things should show up. Okay? You're too in your head. And it's feeling your emotions. Your emotions are being fueled by anger, retaliation, and jealousy. And that's fueling your thoughts. You just need to get out of this cycle for a second and come back to trust of Creator. Come back to trust of the environment. Trust the great mystery. Yes, this is a time of letting go for you. Okay, but it's got to be in balance. It's got to be with that divine reflection. Do I just need a break here to set a boundary and give some space for that boundary to land? Or do I have to let go of the relationship because it's toxic? Okay? But you're coming, a lot of your fear is coming from you not trusting the mystery. You thinking like, oh, well, this was the one. This was the one. I thought it was the one and I manifested it and now it's just going all wrong. Well, it served its purpose. Time, a reason, or a season. That's why people come into our life. So let it go. Surrender it. Maybe it'll come back to you. If we love something, we let it go. We let it be free. Maybe it returns. Okay. Spirit is helping you. Spirit is all integrated into all of this. That's why you're protected and that's why nothing can go wrong. But you need to come back to trusting the mystery of spirit, of us not knowing. Even when we do these oracle readings, we don't get to know the full future. We get to see pieces to guide us forward, okay? And the future is just, it's going to be what it is. We have our soul contracts, we have our destiny points, it's going to be what it is. And the more that we can surrender to Creator, the more that we can stay in a surrendered state of energy and be in the present moment of like, this is what's happening. The situation is showing itself to me, so I can let go of the anger and the volatility and the triggering, because this is, and I'm just going to come into the peace and acceptance of what is and trust my way forward. The more that I connect with spirit, will just be guided and I won't have as much disruption, as much volatility. But clear out the toxic relationships, move away from them in whatever way you need. Set boundaries, create space, or let go of the whole relationship, but discern yourself. There's a lot of fire in here, and this fire says creative action and optimism, but for you, there's a lot of fire going on with your water, with your emotions, with your stories in your mind. Are you victimizing yourself? Are you playing a martyr in some of these situations? Stop that. Remember who you are. Remember your divine identity and come back to spirit and ask for help. And creative solutions will come forward. Optimism will come forward, but you gotta let go of these feelings first. Why are you envious of somebody? Why? Why are you jealous of them right now? You can create what they have. That's why it's showing up in your life. It's the mirror to show you that that's possible for you. So thank the universe. Be happy for them. Give gratitude that that's showing up in your field, because that shows that it's coming to you and being created. Are you jealous because you've been calling on it, it's not coming to you? That happens. That's a thing. So ask Creator how you're blocking it and how you can come back into surrender. Okay? Why are you angry? Did someone hurt you? But are you trauma looping and then trying to retaliate, not even against the situation in front of you, but against your mother or your father or someone who hurt you, an abuser from the past, that this situation is mirroring so you can finally go in and let it go? Be with your emotions, water, because it's going to improve your relationships. This reading is for predominantly some people that are really going it alone right now and really working through the emotions and the mental patterns and the old stories that have been holding them back from having a relationship. For the ones of you that are in relationship, there's some jealousy, some anger, and some stuff coming up because the relationship you have right now is not what you wanted. So is it a sincere relationship? Do you need to move away from it? Do you need to take a break to really understand what it is that you need and what you want to make sure that is the right relationship from you? Or do you have to come back to the isness and accept it how it is, and then peace will come back in and you'll be able to appreciate it for what it is. Stop comparing it to others, because others' experience aren't necessarily always going to be ours. We're all meant to be different, no matter how much we want a certain situation that we're seeing. And social media is the worst for that, because we're just going online and we're like, oh, I see that, I want that, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll put that in my cart. And it's like, yeah, but no. like if you can try to call that in, ask and it is given. And if it's not given, that's not part of your soul contract. That's not part of where you're going or what you're supposed to have. So then you keep seeking and you keep asking internally into spirit, and then you seek what is yours. And when it shows up, that's how you know it's in alignment with your soul. Okay, so let's look. We got some energies here. Is there any more cards for water to check in on relationship for water, for love? One more? Okay, beautiful. All right, let's see. We will just do one at a time. Okay, so that jumped out to us the first. So follow the stream, dedication, trust, future, rivers, and oceans. Follow the stream of disappointment, showing you what you don't want, what you don't want to tolerate. Any envy is what you're maybe trying to call in that you've been blocking from yourself. Follow that stream, but bring it into connection with Creator, purify it, make it come back to peace, accept what is, and then start to seek of like, ask. You can literally ask, is this in alignment with my soul? And you'll feel a yes or you'll feel a no. Respect that. And then if it's a no, well, what is in alignment with my soul? Why? What am I learning from this? What am I being shown? And just keep following the stream of consciousness within you in that reflective process. I don't know why I'm being so firm with you, water, but like, there's just like, I feel like I need to have a firmness. Like, you are not a victim. You are not a martyr. You have so much power. You just need to get out of this energy. No more anger, jealousy, or retaliation. There's just so much treasure in this. If you reflect properly and you let it go and you come back to the mystery, come back to trusting Creator, come back to spirit, come back to proper reflection. And we're all going to have anger, jealousy, and retaliation. I'm not trying to shame you because I don't believe in guilt or shame, but it's how we deal with it. That's what differentiates a spiritual path. People have the misconception of a spiritual path is like, oh, rainbows and sunshine all the time. It's not. We have these things. We have these challenges. What differentiates a spiritual path is how fast you come off of those challenges and reset your center. Okay? Gentle force. Gentle force. So all of what I just talked about, that reflection process, that's gentle force. How can you take what's going on for you that's very intense? Obviously, listen to the passion flowing through this reading of what I'm feeling for you guys. How can you, look at her, she's mastering water. Okay, do you see that? She's mastering water. Do you see the spirals in there? Do you see the spirals in here? Especially with Creator, the waters of letting go. You are a master at water, okay? You have a frequency, but if you come at something really hard, think of the splash that you make. But if you come at water with a gentleness, with a grace combined, always partnered to spirit, you're going to be able to create a beautiful frequency, because this is, I see some of your agitation. It's coming from like you're in a rush to have these things. Time's been speeding up, so it's actually created a lot of pressure, along with the pressure of society pushing us all the time. But like, you need to look at this as a long game. Create some more patience, persistence, consistency. The universe is trying to teach you patience no matter what, whether you like it or not right now. So can you accept the isness? Can you embrace that? Because it's going to improve all of your relationships right now. If you're in a partnership, I see you're being really impatient with your partner. You're being really impatient with where you are. You're being really impatient with the expectations of where they are. And it's not about them. It's about you. It's about you going inside and seeing what needs to be cleaned up, that's stirred up in your emotional waters right now. What stories need to be let go of? What is your divine identity, and how can you bring it back to the mystery? Okay, King Tide. So plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. So as soon as you come back into gentle balance with that reflection process I talked about, you're going to receive. It's going to be tons for you. Plenty, prosperity. This June is just a really, it's a huge activation portal of prosperity for all the signs, for all the elements. It's just come up in every single reading. Wealth and prosperity has come up, but it's how you get there is different. That's what's setting apart each of the elements right now. It's pretty amazing. But you're blocking yourself from receiving the fullness of life by being in the aggression, the anger, the retaliation, jealousy, and not using it for proper reflection. Those are calls to change. Those are calls to ask for guidance within. Are you just forgetting to do that? Because sometimes that happens. Sometimes we just forget, especially when the emotions are really intense. Like, I do this for a living. I do this all the time, and I still am like, oh yeah, I forgot for a sec there, because that felt real intense, and it just made me have amnesia, right? So as fast as you can come back to center and do a proper reflection and get into gentleness. Be consistent about the reflection. Be persistent. Look at this like a long game. This is not a short sprint, although there's moments in our life that are like that. That's not where you're at. Okay, this is a long game. Where do you need to be? That will bring back in prosperity. That will allow you to stop blocking your receptivity from feeling the fullness of life, from feeling sustained. Accepting the isness. What is happening? Okay, let's see here. The healing lagoon, rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal. It's safe to stop. Okay, so everything we talked about, I just feel like that's just stop being angry. Like, you can't change other people. The only thing you can control is your response to it. So why are you feeding into someone else's energy vampire cycle to feed your anger to them? Because other people might be running loops that are triggering you so they can feed off you. That happens too. So check into that when you're doing your reflection process, but it's time to rest. It's time to rejuvenate. It's time to heal and just stop. Like, no, I see what you're doing. I'm not feeding that. I actually reflected. That was not my trauma loop. That was not that. I got some really great insight about where I'm supposed to be going and what's in alignment with my soul. And that wasn't mine. And I'm done. I'm not feeding your cycle anymore. You can be as angry or as triggering as you want, but I am not taking it personally. And I just now fully see that that's about you. Okay. So this is more general relationships. This might be in your love relationships right now, but immerse yourself, training, learning new hobbies and passions. So once you get some reflection pieces and you see why these three emotions, anger, retaliation, jealousy, is coming up, where it's guiding you within yourself, you might be called to do some training, some learning, some teaching. You might just get it from spirit. You might just be called to new hobbies. You might just be called to school. So pay attention for that. Honestly, our dreams are so prophetic right now that we're learning so much. So you might even just be learning in there. So just pay attention to that, and your passion is going to be restored because you're not going to have all this wasted energy going into overthinking, feeling unsafe, being triggered by others, not taking responsibility, and not seeing, is this mine, is this theirs, trauma loop, or energy vampire. All of that's going to open up your passion back for you. Immerse yourself, inside your own inner reflection. Stop worrying about the outside world. Stop. Oh my gosh, I got 3 cards. Stop, just stop. Like, it's safe to stop. Just stop the ruminating. Bring it back inside. How can I create peace with this spirit? What is going on? Show me my lesson. I trade my pain for peace. And I come back into love. Okay, so trying to pull 1 card of these, but now 3 popped out for you. 2 popped out for the last reading, so let's just take a peek here. Maybe it'll be 1 with the goddess. Perfect. All right. So again, protection. Why are you feeling unsafe? Probably because you're so triggered and that is unnerving you. But you're safe. You're spiritually protected. You're spiritually guided. You're just forgetting to ask, okay? You need to ask within so you can create a proper intention and a proper aim. And it's gonna be so good for you. It's going to create a lot of freedom. You're craving freedom right now. This might be also why you're triggered. Are you giving yourself enough freedom? Are you feeling like I have to do this because I have to make money and I have to do that? Like, ask Creator how you could do it better. Is there a better option out there for you? Why am I scared to take it? Like, anchor your courage and have a proper self-reflection of how you can create more freedom because you're craving it. Maybe it's that vacation I talked about at the very beginning. Maybe that'll be enough for you to recharge and reset. Okay, sometimes like I want to go outside at night and I just sometimes just get scared. I'm like, oh, I don't know who'll be out there. I don't know if I'll run into a situation I don't like. Like, are you doing that? You need to create freedom. Freedom knowing you're always protected. You're always safe. Okay, detach from drama. So this is showing me other people are dragging you in. There's a lot of energy vampiring going on. So detach from that. I will not take this personally. That is not mine. That is yours. You keep it. I'm not playing into that game. I am going on. Moving forward, I'm not even going to respond, or I'm going to respond with a boundary of like, yeah, this conversation is making me feel really uncomfortable and I'm actually not going to engage in it anymore, but have the best day. You know, like, yeah. Actually in a highly fertile time. And this creativity did come up now twice. So create your way out of it. Maybe some of this trapped aggression inside of you that I'm feeling is because you're not creating. Maybe you're not singing, painting, writing. Maybe there's something alive inside of you that needs to be birthed. Maybe no one needs to see it right now, but start it. Start it on your own and see how it goes. See how it feels, and just know you're guided and protected. Okay. Oh boy, came out right away. Ooh, look at how magical you are. So honestly, as soon as you start to ask these reflection questions, you're going to tap right into Creator. Creator's all around you, and I think you're closer to it because the element of water, even within the mastery of water, I felt like Spirit gave us emotions so that they could be our internal compass. And honestly, I'm just seeing that you're so connected to it, and you're just going to tap right in. So scarab beetle spirit is magic works through you. And as you see, if you see any scarab beetles, if you see beetles, they represent the scarab. No matter how small, I just actually love beetles. They clean up waste and they transmute it, and I just think they have such beautiful colors, and then they always remind me of a scarab beetle, which is huge and beautiful. And it's just a potency of like remembering who you are, remembering your magic and tuning in. And look at 52 is the number of prayers being answered, the 5 and the 2. So just tuning into that frequency, and just remembering anytime you see the scarab beetle, it's a call to turn within, drop away from the outside world, shut out all the noise, and start to come into yourself and ask, like, how can I bring myself into peace and harmony and balance? What am I missing? What's hooking me? Is it mine? Can it be healed via Holy Spirit and this trauma loop, or is it someone else's? Okay. And this might be going on in personal relationships. This might be going on at work. This might be going on in friendships. Again, this is a general reading. So those are the 3 areas that I'm seeing that whoever finds these readings is struggling with the most. Okay. And then just one more angel message here for us today. So take action. You're in touch with the truth of the situation, and you need to trust yourself and your gut and lovingly assert yourself. Okay, so you already actually know what's going on. Look, more water here. Whale, finding your voice. Dolphin, healing. Turtle, slowing down. Not moving yourself so fast. Not moving yourself at the same pace as others. Okay, so just, you're already in touch with the truth of the situation. I'm just mirroring stuff to you, so you already know where you need to look. You already know where you need to clean up, and you already know what's triggering you. So just start to bring it through the waters. Purify your waters, calm them down, ask Spirit to help. And 2 reflection pieces. Oh, okay, so this popped up again. This was in the last reading, but it's a thing. It's a thing in June. I'm personally going through it myself. I've seen it in many of my readings and healings this month. Darkness needs to be integrated. Stop just focusing on the light. We are light and dark. Okay, some of our darkness is born. Yes, okay, so maybe we came into touch with some evil, and that person hurt us, gave us pain, gave us trauma, wounded us. Some people did it unintentionally, had no evil in them whatsoever, but it's in you. The shadow's in you, and that kind of darkness, like, it's not bad. It needs to be integrated. It makes you more compassionate. It helps your heart break open to give more love. Like, what are you ashamed of inside yourself? What are you trying to hide from people? What are you just so like, oh my God, if someone knew that I was like that, oh, like it would be so bad. Like, go there first and integrate that. Love it. Be like, I love this. I forgive this. It's inside of me, and I embrace it as a part of myself now, and I want to see how it can be a benefit. How can it give me more understanding of people? How can I integrate it so it never hurts anybody? Creator, show me. Okay, so just get Creator to come in. You might be too focused on the darkness inside of you with this energies that are swirling, but again, that whole reflection process I've talked about in this reading is going to help you just bring balance, the shadows and the dark for you right now. Full moon. So full moon's coming in 7 days if you're on the Western Hemisphere, and you're going to have a lot of illumination. You're going to have an epiphany on this full moon. It's really going to help integrate and weave all that's been stuck, all this like fiery, this is for water, all this fiery energy that's been kind of keeping you stuck is really going to be integrated either by this full moon or the next one. Okay, so just watch out for that, and just if you can spend some time under this full moon, it's going to be really, really good for you, really cathartic, really healing. Just get the moonlight on your skin. Okay, soak in those light codes, embrace it, and there's going to be like a great meditation time, journaling time. Also, full moon is a time of releasing, so you can make a releasing list. You can write down all the drama you're going through, all the chaos. You can write down this reflection process of like, oh, I see these trauma wounds. Like, you can just make note of it, and you can make a ceremony and just like, I'm releasing all of these things that have been holding me back. Write it on a piece of paper and then burn it ceremoniously and safely, of course. Okay, and before we go, let's just make sure that we ask the angels for any questions that you've been asking yes or no about. Those came up right away. Okay, so just know any situation that has been troubling you or sticking you up, it's going to improve. Anything that, You've been asking a lot of questions, but that makes sense. You've been overthinking. So, situation will improve, okay? But your answer is no, okay? There's been something you've been really fighting with, like, should I do this? Yes or no, yes or no, yes or no? No, okay? Don't do it yet. It's not ready. Then these 3 popped out of the deck. So there's some divine timing coming into play, but it's going to come in when you do proper reflection and you're able to come out and balance your emotions and start to use emotions, anger, retaliation, jealousy for fuel, for calls to change, for proper reflection within. Then perfect timing is going to come forth and you're really just going to know it. And that's when the situation will also improve. You do need to communicate clearly, but first that starts with yourself, okay? What is mine? What is somebody else's? Where do I maybe need to put down a boundary? And all of this is going to improve your relationships wherever you're struggling right now, whether it's at work, whether it's with friends, whether it's with a lover. However this reading has shown up for you with those situations, and then asking for help from others. So you've been blocking that. You really need to just ask for help from others, and maybe you need some mediation pieces. Maybe you're really going through something where someone's really overstepping your boundaries, and you really just need to ask for help from others and just accept help from others. There's a lot of people that love you, but you've just been blocking them by ruminating, by playing a victim, by being martyrism, and just being stuck in negative emotions, unsure what to do with them, kind of ashamed that you have them, and that's just really not helpful. If you're ashamed, it's going to lock you in there, and you just need to let it go. Okay? I love you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, water, and I'll see you on the next one. If you like this video, please subscribe, click the link below,